script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Freestanders Nate, Tom, and Jesse, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on her injury.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame they have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. And the Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Arrington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Georgia's offense to go on the attack first. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. He threw for 6 touchdowns in their victory last time out.
He has been really, really good to start this season. Last week, excellent. But you do get that one loss on the ledger. But they trusted him. They put it in his hands. I think you want to see the consistency from his offense, Jesse, as it continues to grow, continues to get better throughout the season. But I've seen some great flashes.
Yeah, the amazing thing is when you talk to people on the inside of the program, they'll tell you if he can keep being consistent, play the way he did last week, they think they can go to the college football playoff. You mentioned the loss they have early in the year. They can't afford another one here in the middle of the season. He's got to play great today. But very quietly, they believe this could be a special year if this guy plays well.
Wants to throw one first. Look out! Fires downfield. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp, outside of the top 5, so you...
It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's down right there, short gain on the ground.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off. The Dogs are marching down the field. Handoff for Frazier. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Razorbacks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. If you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Back to pass, it's Hill. Out wide left, it's Watkins. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Trying to take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Wants to go up top on second down. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. They'll give to Frazier. Inside the 15. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Georgia going up tempo. On first down, Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much. On that return. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll try to put the drive together, starting from their own 12. Hands it off.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and... that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Right side, it's Pratt. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On third down, he drops the throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Not a lot of room to field this one. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They're looking to throw on second and short. Almost the D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Drives inside. There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Flush to the left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it down the field. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. From the gun. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play. Brings up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Bulldog. Special teams proving to be special. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Left side is Platt. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Turns into the pile. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Defense there before he could really get going. He was a whirling dervish. A lot of work for that 4-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking downfield, it's Hill. He wants to go deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Play action on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Just barely got rid of it.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking downfield, it's Hill. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. The 30. And a sensational return. They finally stop him inside the 15.
And that's just excellent coverage. That cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. If I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He
breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Ready to grab and tuck it on in for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. On third down, here's Frazier. At the 45, on his way. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they will.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. All kinds of room to the right. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, do they set up
Alex, you know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go.
Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So you can get to a point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Toledo taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Rockets with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They win their second straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, Arkansas's head coach told me not to half. He really likes the way his team is playing right now. They are on offense to start the third quarter here. And coming in here unranked, they know that they've got an upset potential in their hands. The away team is highly ranked, but they are not playing well here on the road. We'll see if they can turn it around here to start the third quarter. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Parker again. All over him immediately.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And they can't make the play on third down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's a give to Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Frazier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, here's Frazier. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On first down, Nate Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Frazier. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion, across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They play uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Offense in a split backfield. Pulls it. The pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Hill. Going long. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, pressure's coming. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the return. He's brought down. Not a lot of room to take that one back. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Turning it on! Good execution. They move the 6, and they've got it at the 33. Georgia going up tempo. Sells the run, looking to pass. Left side is Kane. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Looking to throw again. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. This time, they get him in the backfield, and they take back what he got on the previous play. It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. A quick pass to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass, it's Hill. They'll run the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stopped him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff for Frazier. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Frazier again. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Hits inside. It's Frazier. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter. certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Right side, it's Watkins. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
2nd and long here. Back to throw, it's Hill. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Frazier again. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Tells the run, wants to pass. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The ride. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time player has made big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this.
He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he scored! Touchdown, Arkansas!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. You need an onside. You need to score some points. You need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Georgia sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. But the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Rush is on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Sets his feet. It's Harper. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, this was an offensive showcase us out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.